Well, got my new Cobra R wheels on, and they're 18 by 10 in the back and 18 by 9 in the front. But what I noticed is, even though they're deep dish, Mustang has a thick overhang of the fender, and it makes them look smaller than what they are. So I went and bought some H&R 1-inch wheel spacers, and I'm gonna install those and bring that out a bit, make it look a little bit more aggressive, because I hate that overhang right there. You can barely see the wheel, so I'm gonna install those. Now my reason for doing this is not to look so flashy, but if you look at the front, I'm at the front right now, the front's not that bad. It actually comes a little bit out from the wheel well, and that's pretty good. When I come to the back, it's tucked under, and that just don't look right. It's like a reverse staggered look. You really want your backs to stick out further than your fronts if you're going for the staggered look. So let's go look at my spacer. This is what the spacer looks like. As you can see, it has studs in the holes there. And it comes with a set of bolt nuts. Should be 5 in there. I'm seeing 3, so oh, there go the other 2. And I'm gonna take my wheel off and come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, got the wheel off. I'm looking at the rotor, and mine don't have it, but usually if you hadn't done anything to your rotors, like move them or take them off, from the factory there's a little ring that sits on here, and you want to remove that because you don't want anything interfering with the flushness of the spacer. You want it to be as close to one piece as you can get it. And as I said, mine don't have it because I replaced the rotors a while back, as you can tell by the rust. And they recommend that you clean it, so I got some brake cleaner. Shout out to Zep, free advertisement. So I'm going to spray that down and clean up best as I can. Just kind of wipe that off. The closer fit you can get, the better, because really the spacer is the new, it's a new attachment to your car, because I mean it's an extension of this part here. So I'm gonna line that up, just line the holes up, slide it all the way back. As you can see, that's pretty flush there. You take the lug nuts that came with it, I'm just gonna go ahead and start threading those on. Let's get them started. If you're wondering, they look like this. You want that part to go into the to the spacer. So the little angle part that goes in. So you don't want to put those on the wrong way. It might make for a bad day. Alright. Let's get these started. I'm not going in the star pattern yet because I'm not torquing them down. I'm just getting them started. Alright, so you get the idea. And got my socket. Now mine required a 3/4. It might be different for your vehicle. But like I said, this is on a 1998 Mustang. But the principle is still the same. You want to get them started and tighten down just a little bit, but not torque. Alright, so those are pretty much tightened down, but not torqued. And if you notice, see that stud sticking out right there? That's not supposed to be that way. I mean, you don't want that to happen, because when you put your wheel on, you want all that to be flush, as close to one piece as possible. But the good thing about my wheels, and I'll show you, is there's actually a little recess in my wheels. And no, not like in elementary, not that recess, but it's a little space right there. So for each hole for my lug nuts to go in, I have a little space right there. If I can pick it up with the camera. Let's see. There's one there. One there. One there. One there. One there. And what that does, it actually allows this little piece that's sticking out, it allows that to go into there. So there will be no pushing of the wheel, because there's a space right there. It's going to go right into, let's see if I can pick that up. It's going right into that little groove there. So there's no way it can push it off, which is good thinking on the parts of the wheel manufacturers, who knew people wanted to, you know, widen their stance of the car with spacers. So that was a good engineering decision there. But yeah, those are the spaces. So if you have that, you won't have any problem. But if you don't, and you're putting your factory wheels on, and you got, sorry, camera cut out. I'm gonna fire my cameraman. But if you got this issue going on, with the studs sticking out, then you might have a problem. But like I said, mine is aftermarket, and they have a recess for that to go into, so I won't have any issues. But if that was the case, they recommend that you would cut your lugs down. If I'm correct, you would have to reduce them by cutting them to make this flush, where your wheel will press flat against this. So that's the idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and torque those down and come back and put the wheel on. Alright, got my wheels hooked up, everything torqued down, and as you can see, that's a whole lot better. I brought it out an inch. I didn't want to go 1.5 inches because that'll be like kind of bulging out there. I want it to be flush or just a little bit sticking out from the fender. and that's what I got there. So if you want to know how it looks with the inch spacer, that's it. And like I said, mine are from H&R, from Late Model Restoration. And if you want to go 1.5 inches, they sell those also. But mine is just 1 inch. It makes it look better. Yep. Now it looks more of a true staggered look. And it's a little better view of it there. Try to give you like a panoramic view. That's from the back. And what I like, it don't look too bad from way back from the rear also. So that's it. 1/8 spacers installed. Oh, one last thing. They recommend that you torque them after 60 miles of travel. So what I'll do is I'll kind of keep an eye on that and take them off and re-torque the spacer to the rotor. Alright, I hope this helped.